Steelers. They had that important contest last week at home against the Jets, prevailing after it was 3-3 going to the fourth quarter. And now taking on a team that would be easy to overlook, knowing you have divisional opponent Baltimore. They will need to beat you next week on the schedule. So the Giants will have the football first. Roethlisberger will run it back. And a good run back indeed to the 40, and here he goes. Paul gets chased. He got him by the ankles, but he scoots away. And Ponder is going to run it back for a touchdown. The Giants return the opening kick, 91 yards. All they talked about this week, we need a boost early. I don't know if they expected it in the first 15 seconds, but they got it. That's early.
Yeah, you know, Jim, I always tell my kids, don't touch the stove. It's hot. And you know what, though? They have to reach out there and touch it to find out. And even though the Steelers...
Coughlin is looking out onto the field. As Jerry Austin is the referee today. There might have been excess celebration on the part of the Giants. There's Jerry Austin. But the touchdown, the return will stand.
Well, the Steelers, you want something to wake them up? That opening kickoff will get this team. They will open their eyes and get them going.
Steve Christie makes it 7-0. New York Giants.
Bill Cowher wants his team to be physical. That's what he told told his team right before the kickoff. The Giants, the Steelers just do not get off their blocks fast enough, and the speed of Willie Ponder. Tom Coughlin talked about it. We just don't have enough guys who make plays for us. Well, they found one today in Willie Ponder.
How about Ponder filling in for Derek Ward, who had been the returner? Ward inactive today. Just 2 weeks ago, returned a kick for a touchdown against the Redskins. Of course, last week's game, Ward came back and then fumbled the opening kickoff in Baltimore, only to set up the Ravens on their way to a blowout. Look at Eli Manning knowing he's got a little boost and confidence on the part of his teammates to get this game started. A penalty, what they're calling a group demonstration penalty, excess celebration in short for the Giants, and that means Christie will have to kick this one all the way back at the 15-yard line.
Well, what did we talk about, Jim, before the game? You and I were saying, you know, the Steelers they've said all the right words, but really it's so hard to bring that to the game. So they were caught off guard. The Giants more ready to play, and the Steelers give up the long touchdown return.
Turn here begins at the 31 with Coakley, and they'll get excellent field position because of that penalty, almost all the way back out to the 50. One more look at Willie Ponder. I really thought Polamalu might get him.
Polamalu is a very fast runner, but Willie Ponder, he does have the speed. And gets the opening, takes advantage of it, and really just a good job of blocking by the Giants return team. A lot of Giant offensive players got out of the Steelers defenders, and the Steelers couldn't get off the blocks.
So Roethlisberger and the Steelers from the 49-yard line with Bettis in the backfield. And it's Jerome Bettis going ahead for about 4. Roethlisberger actually has better success on the road as far as quarterback rating than at home. And on 2nd and 6, another carry by Bettis. Ron Haynes in for the Steelers on 3rd and 4. Roethlisberger, open man, it's Mays for the first at the 33. 12-yard pass play to Lee Mays. The Steelers today again going without Plexico Burress, inactive with that hamstring injury, not back to 100%.
Well, this is a read that's very easy for any quarterback in the National Football League. Ben Roethlisberger, he comes up, and he goes, okay, nobody's on Lee Mays, you're going to back off. He just takes a step and immediately looks to the sideline and makes a good throw.
2 tight ends in for Pittsburgh on first down. They bring in Walter Rasby along with Jeremy Tooman, the starter. Looking pass all the way, and the pass a little high for Hines Ward, who was open. 3-receiver formation. Bring out the tight end. Mays is back in. 2nd and 10 to go up the middle with Jerome Bettis. Down to the 28 for a pickup of 5. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Something to look at today, Jim. Ben Roethlisberger does have gloves on. I watched him warm up. He threw the football pretty well with it, but he did miss an open receiver on his 2nd throw. So warming up is one thing, but when the game starts, live action, you've got to be pinpoint accurate a lot of times. We'll see how he reacts to those throwing balls. And I'm sure he used them in practice this week, too.
They go with 4 receivers. Out of the shotgun on 3rd and 5. This Goring has come in as an extra receiver. Roethlisberger threatens to run with it, now fires. He's intercepted. He's picked off by the Giants. Frank Walker, their first interception in 7 games. Well, the New York Giants couldn't ask for a better start. Frank Walker with the interception, and Eli Manning and the Giants offense about to get in place for the first time today with a 7-0 lead.
Giants take advantage of the fact you got momentum, you got the crowd on your side, and everybody's really confident.
It's Tiki Barber straight ahead for about 6.
So you go back and let's look at this interception. Ben Roethlisberger gets out of the pocket, I thought, very easily against this giant rush. You got to be careful. But Frank Walker, what a job down the field. The receiver looked to the outside. Lee Mays going down the field. He changes his route when the quarterback moves, and he stays right with him. Excellent job. Cuts in front. It keeps the Giants.
2nd down and 4, and a 2nd straight carry by Barber. This one loses a yard. 3rd down, 3rd and call it 5 for the Giants. Eli's first throw of the day, incomplete. Working for Jeremy Shockey to pull a Mahu all over. I'm not even sure they would have had the first had he caught it.
No, they would. The New York Giants trying to simplify, Jim. Just what you said. They stay in a regular first down offense. Jeremy Shockey inside. The Steelers know when the Giants throw the football, they're looking for number 80, and Troy Polamalu is having an outstanding year and all over Jeremy Shockey.
Well, the old reliable veteran, Jeff Fiegels, in his 17th year out of the University of Miami. In the punt. This one end over end. L jumps away from it, and it'll be down at the 44-yard line. Begins at the Steelers' 45. Roethlisberger over to Hines Ward, and he has the catch right at the first down marker. Terry Cousin on the coverage. Hines got a little treatment while the Giants offense was out on the field.
Yeah, it's left hip, Jim, but watch Hines Ward. The Steelers, you talked about Eli Manning. Maybe they don't have a base to their offense. That's what he feels like. The Steelers have a tremendous base. Hines Ward, that play, if you play off, Bill Cowher has always believed in the quarterback's got to be able to throw it down the field to the sidelines, and they're very good at it.
First down, Bettis is backed up for a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12. To Bettis. Roethlisberger going down the field, looking for Randall L. He has him. Cousin was again on the coverage. He got beat. And it's first down, Pittsburgh at the 13.
That was really a well-designed play. Ken Wisenhunt, the offensive coordinator. The receivers cross as they go down the field. I expected Antoine Randall L. to cut across the field because that's what most teams do. When he breaks outside, he is open, and Terry Cousins can do nothing. Terry Cousin can only knock him out of bounds.
Picks up 34 yards. We talked to Randall L. last night, and he said he was loving the chance to start, show what he can do. Filling in for Plexico Burress. From the 13, Bettis snapped up right away will give him a yard on the play. Nick Bryson and a whole bunch of Giants surrounded him quickly.
You know what? You can stop the Steelers' running game, but don't sit over there and say, okay, they're going to start throwing it, because they don't. They do not panic. They don't have to, because they keep the scores close. They know they got a good defense, so they keep pounding Jerome Bettis up inside.
Again, you look at the yards the Giants have had, only 3 plays, 3 snaps to this point. Tight ends in the game. That's right, 2nd down and 9. Bettis off left tackle, only to the 10. Interesting subplot here, Phil, is the Giants defensive coordinator, Tim Lewis, held that same post with the Pittsburgh Steelers last year.
Yeah, he did, and Tim Lewis, I don't know, it ended for him in Pittsburgh. It wasn't the greatest ending, and just all of a sudden, okay, you're out, Nick LeBeau's in, but Tim Lewis had wonderful success as a defensive coordinator down in Pittsburgh. They always ranked in the top 10 or up in the upper echelon of the league as far as defensive statistics.
It is 3rd and 7, and they go to Haynes inside, and the Giants were completely fooled.
So was I. I thought it was going to be a draw play to Antoine Randall L. Well designed. The Steelers, always noted for having a few different plays each week. They didn't come out with them early this year because they do have a new offensive coordinator, Ken Wisenhunt. But the last few weeks, Jim, last week it was Jerome Bettis with the halfback pass. This time it's Antoine Randall L. I think he threw it, didn't he?
Tell you, that was
a little
the
sleight of hand.
Giants. I think he went in almost untouched. His 2nd career touchdown, and it was midway 1st quarter, 7-7. Steelers and Giants. And Pittsburgh with Ron Haynes taking it 10 yards. Across the 40, finally rigged down 45. Tiki Barber on 1st down. He's got all kinds of room. Barber inside the 30, all the way down to the 20 with no flag. Big blocks on that left side by Pettigrew, Whittle, and Jim Finn was running down on the sideline, leading the way.
That's what it is. Tiki Barber is the explosive part of this New York Giants team. Luke Pettigrew, nice block on the outside. Jim Finn leading the way, but Chris Hope does a tremendous job of saving the touchdown. Jeremy Shockey, what a job inside, and he picks off Troy Polamalu to help Tiki Barber get down the field.
Well, look at the Giants at the 20-yard line. Back to Tiki, who kind of ducks low to get all the way down to the 13. Nifty piece of running by Tiki Barber. Again, Jason Whittle helped clear him. And let's not forget that the Giants were set up at the 45 after another big return by Willie Ponder.
Yeah, that's right, Tim. And they're running the football against the 2nd-ranked defense in the NFL against the run.
Ron Dane has come into the backfield. Tiki gets a rest on 2nd down and 3. The power move to the 10 near the 1st down. 3rd and less than a yard to bring back in Tiki. Has the 1st down. 1st and goal to go for New York at the 8. You look at Tiki Barber, we told him about this. Highest percentage of a team's offense from scrimmage this year, that he was easily leading this category in the league. He had no idea. Almost 45% of the Giants' offense.
Well, it should be high no matter what, but the Giants' lack of passing game, especially late, has driven Tiki Barber's percentage up. But he's your best player, so you should focus on him and get him the football as many times as possible during the game.
Catches so many balls also, over 500 yards in receiving yardage. 1st and goal, it's Tiki. All the way down near the 2-yard line. Marcellus Rivers helped lead the way. 6 yards on that carry.
Steelers coming on a blitz, trying to stop the running game. James Ferry, everybody. Troy Polamalu is up there. But Bonnie Bernstein said, Bill Cowher said to her just before kickoff to the team, physical. And when you see a team, they talked about it, they had all the right words, but when you let the other team push you around, that tells you you're not ready to play, and it's a tough goal. They played 3 straight really physical games, short week. A lot of tough scenarios for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Second and goal, and Manning looking for the touchdown pass, and Shockey pulls it in. Touchdown, Giants. Jeremy Shockey dives for the touchdown. Grab from 2 yards out.
Success in the passing game so many times is about when you call the passes. The Steelers are getting pushed around a little up front. They're not ready for the pass. Good call by Tom Coughlin and his staff, and Eli Manning puts the football in the perfect spot for Jeremy Shockey.
So the Giants put together a 55-yard drive, and Eli Manning throws his second touchdown of the season. Extra point. It's at 14-7.
Well, Jim, you said it was close, and it was a close call by Jeremy Shockey. Does not have control of the football as he goes down, but he did a wonderful job of getting his arms underneath it. It never touched the ground, so therefore,
Touchdown. That was close, but it was a catch. And the Giants are back in front by 7. Mike Taylor returning for the Steelers after the 36. No, I think there are those who would have been maybe even a bit surprised if the Giants told them they'd put up 14 points today against a team that's the stingiest in the league as far as allowing points.
I could have been one of those guys.
Yeah, they've already put up 14 here in the first quarter on a kick return for a touchdown on the opening kick and a 55-yard drive leading to a Shockey touchdown reception. Roethlisberger has Randall L. open. Cuts back middle, dragged down 25-yard line. Will Allen finally able to end the play as the Steelers hit him for a long one again. This one 38 yards.
This is a little bit of the magic that Roethlisberger has had going for him this year. There are receivers open everywhere. He doesn't spot them. He looks to the wrong side. The receivers are open to the top. He's looking left. He scrambles. What a job by Antoine Randall L. He recognized right away. Quarterback scrambles. Somebody go deep. He did, and Roethlisberger found him down the field.
3 possessions, 3 times in the Giants into the field. And Bettis is banged down hard right away. Emmons and Kevin Lewis combined. 1-yard gain, that's all. There's Deuce Staley sitting this one out. We were told by Bill Cowher last night it will be a 1-game absence with the hamstring. He'll be back for the Ravens next week.
You know, in the Steelers, they're 12-1. You know, Jim, we talked about this. I laughed. Yeah, they're 12-1, so they're allowed to rest him because he's not 100%. Plexico Burris is not 100%. But if they were fighting for a playoff berth and it was the most crucial of games that you could have, they would be out there playing.
Back to Bettis on 2nd and 9, and Bettis bulldozes ahead to the 15-yard line and another first. You know, this team, you talk about their success, and what's been really overlooked is how many key players have been injured this season. Kenbrell Bell basically hasn't been around. Casey Hampton's out for the year. Chad Scott, they could get back for the playoffs. They want Staley and Burris healthy for the playoffs. And you got Tommy Maddox.
Charlie Bass, the backup quarterback who got hurt in preseason. Kendall Simmons, a first-round draft pick offensive lineman, he's out. You can make a case that almost every one of them is a Pro Bowler.
Well, they get to Bettis early again. Human Europe for a 1-yard loss, his second tackle for a loss in this quarter.
Yeah, you talk about the Giants. They are 26th in the league against the rush. So, number 72, oh, nice job. Just gets inside Marvell Smith so fast on the left side, there's nothing he can do about it. That's what he's about. Speed, and he took advantage of it that time.
Human Europe has only been playing football for 8 years. Born in London, raised really in Nigeria, high school in Auburn, Alabama, and playing soccer before he came to the States. Second down and 11. Bettis trying to weave, trying to find an opening. Nothing exists. Brought down at the 15 after a 1-yard gain. Bryson and Legree get to him.
But Tom Coughlin talked about defending against the Steelers' running game. He admires what they are as a football team. The Steelers, Bill Cowher, they're tough, they're physical, and he told everybody on defense, this Jerome Bettis, don't try to hit him high, get around his feet, his ankles, that's when you can bring him down easy.
Willie Parker, rookie running back, flanking Roethlisberger along with Haynes. A little trickery down here last time, resulted in a touchdown. Third down and 10. Roethlisberger forced out of the pocket. Now flings it, and incomplete in the area of Randall L. Lance Legree was able to put the pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, that time the Giants got aggressive because they are not covering the receivers when they're playing it safe. The blitz down the field, look at all the receivers, they are covered. And when Roethlisberger scrambles, the Giants practiced it hard this week. They were on the receiver that time.
Jeff Reed out for a 33-yard try. 17 of 22 on the season, including 2 game winners. Season opener against Oakland, and then 2 weeks back, the winner at Jacksonville. Jeff Reed is good with this one. Really Ponder dancing around and brought down this time at the 30, only 17-yard run back. He has been a key part of this Giants opening quarter.
5 wide receivers for the New York Giants this time. Tom Coughlin said Eli Manning runs this offensive type very well.
Tiki lined up as a receiver, and he gets the pass across the middle at the 38-yard line to close out the quarter. Second down and 2. Look at Tiki working hard. Boy, he knows where to go for that first down. He may have backed into it enough for the first down. I believe he has it.
You know, Jim, we saw that last play right at the end of the first quarter, the 5 wide receivers. I promise you, that caught the Steelers off guard, and there were receivers open down the field for Eli Manning. So that 5 wide receiver set alone should make it easier for Eli, get him in rhythm, make the reads for him against this defense that likes to move around. Should help his confidence quite a bit.
Luke Pettigrew limped off the field after that run. First down for the Giants.
Oh, he fucked up. We don't know what to do.
And Manning calls timeout. First and 10 at the 40-yard line. 14-10 Giant lead. Shockey to that right side. Out of the eye. They fake to Barber. Manning throws on the run and has his target in Pittsburgh territory. That's Ike Hilliard with the catch for a gain of 13.
The Giants want to do a lot of this today, too. Get rid of the football quick. When Eli Manning drops back, run some play-action fakes, get him outside, takes the pressure off your offensive line and the quarterback, and Ike Hilliard was out of bounds. That ball was not caught in bounds. Not only did he not get his feet down, he was bobbling it, too.
Well, no flag on the field, no red flag. Challenge for that. Straight ahead. Manning tucks it under and has the first down. Sliding at the 35-yard line.
The Steelers had time. The quarter ended, so they said, okay, the next time they go 5 wide receivers, here's what we're going to do. They double-team Jeremy Shockey on the inside. They're playing man coverage down the field, so that leaves nobody for the quarterback. Everybody, the other 4 guys, rushing him, trying to get the sack, and look at the space that Eli Manning sees in front of him.
Eli operates from the 35. Back to Barber they go. Barber leading, and maybe a couple. Give him 2, 2nd and 8 on the way. And again, Bonnie Bernstein is on the sidelines. Bonnie?
Jim, Tiki Barber's coming off his 2 worst games of the season. 3 fumbles, less than 100 yards rushing combined. He said he didn't need a tongue lashing from the coaches to know this week a serious attitude adjustment was in order. He said, you know, I'm the kind of guy on this team who leads by example, and I have to continue to do that despite the situation. He really didn't do anything different in practice. He says just knowing and being aware should make a big difference.
All right. second down and 8 already, 60 yards running for Barber in this half. Manning over to Toomer with the catch near the first. And a yard shy, and we do have a flag down.
And we got another Giant offensive lineman down too. It looks like Sean O'Hara.
We're hearing Pettigrew has back spasms, and they say it's probable he'll return.
Tripping, 65 offense, 10 yards, repeat second down.
It's called on Jason Whittle, and the Giants without their starting right guard once again this week. Chris Snee, who's had this viral infection that's kept him in a local hospital here. His presence very much felt. Tom Coughlin talked about when he's in the game, you can certainly see quite a difference with the Giants offensive line. But Snee is out today. Pettigrew has missed some plays on this series.
Well, you know, you talk about this Giant offensive line. Tom Coughlin, he has coached here before. He made a comment to me one time. You just talk about the Giants. He wants to be what the Steelers are. A big, rough, physical football team. He wants offensive linemen that cannot put a team back off the football and run it. That's what he hopes to build here.
He asked about what he sees so far. 2nd and 18. This ball batted around and incomplete. There's a flag down. That is an incomplete pass, and Gilliard will just run it out, but it hit the back of the helmet of one of the Giant offensive linemen.
Yeah, an eligible receiver. They ran this play in practice, and it looked just about like that. It just looked so
equally inefficient.
Well, no, it looked too volatile for something that's supposed to be
Illegal touching, ball hit number 76. Penalty is declined, 3rd down.
Brandon Wining's in for Pettigrew.
Yeah, it does. Peyton, boy, I said I wouldn't do that today, right there. Eli Manning, the window to throw the football is very tight. Joey Porter was all over it. It hits the offensive lineman in the back, and Gary Austin's mic is working well. A little loud.
The whole Peyton Eli thing, that's bound to happen a couple of times. Don't kid yourself.
I don't know, maybe to you. I didn't expect this from me.
We'll keep the towel.
I had higher expectations of myself.
David Tyree is in for the Giants. They face 3rd and 18 at the Pittsburgh 43.
Here we go. Now the Steelers are moving around. 3 down linemen. They drop back to playing coverage.
Manning gets good time, and he goes over to Barber, who steps out just inside the 40. It was a late hit. Malu and Foot were on the hit, and Tiki's wanting a call, but unable to draw a flag.
Good job by Eli Manning throwing it short. Nobody open down the field. There's the hit.
You don't think that's late? I mean,
yes, it's late, but wow.
Not late, but a little 4 or 5 yards off the plane.
Hey, look, if I was a player, I wouldn't even tough. If they threw me down like that out of bounds, I would even be insulted if they threw a flag.
Well, he had a good case, but nonetheless, they'll bring out Jeff Fiegels. His own 47. All-time leader in NFL history. Punts inside the 20. Movie director. Here we go with the Steelers. From the 12 with Bettis. All kinds of room. And a first down out to the 24.
That'll get those terrible towels waving in Giant Stadium. I wasn't sure where we were at today. When the Steelers took the field before the game, the noise was very loud and all about the Steelers. The Giants came on the field, and of course all the Steelers fans started booing. I went, wow.
It reminded us a little bit. We were down with Pittsburgh and played Dallas, down in Dallas. How many Steeler fans show up?
Yeah.
I mean, they're the incredible Steeler Nation. They are very devoted.
They travel well. It's an awesome atmosphere for the players.
On first down, play action. Roethlisberger, middle of the field, has Hines Ward. And Ward is brought down near the 50.
That was a really good job by Ben Roethlisberger finding Hines Ward, because I would have thrown it to the other receivers who were wide open before he even looked there. He's looking down the field. They do a lot of this. They love to move the receivers. Hines Ward comes across the formation because it gives them space. It gives them space. You can't be as aggressive against the wide receivers when they're moving and Hines Ward wide open over the middle.
Ben's last 3 completions have gone for 97 yards. The 2 long ones to Randall L. That one 24 yards to Hines Ward, and the pass deflected by Carlos Emmons. Looking over for Lee Mays to make the grab, but Emmons able to change the course of that play.
The Steelers run the football, and today one of their plans when they throw it, they want to go down the field because there are some big spaces in this Giants secondary. Beat up. You have Terry Cousins playing safety, who's really a corner who they brought in just to be an extra defensive back in obvious passing situations. So Giants have trouble against the pass.
And Bettis only good for a yard. Kendrick Allen got to him first, 3rd and 9 on the way.
You know, the New York Giants trying to be physical up front. The Steelers, we've talked about the running game and how good it is, and the Giants, they are just flying to the football when they see it is a run. So what that's going to do as the game goes on, it could stop some runs, but will open up space for some play action passes again down the field.
They brought in 4 receivers, including Chris Goring, on 3rd down and 9. Giants bring everybody, and they get to Roethlisberger. He is sacked. And a flag's going to be thrown on the Giants. They didn't run up after the whistle until they finally deck Roethlisberger. And that'll cost
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 26 in the defense. 15 yards on the spot of the foul. First down.
Brent Alexander, the Giants safety who was a Steeler a year ago, too aggressive with this one.
Obvious passing situation for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The blitz, everybody's coming in free. Fred Robbins is on Roethlisberger.
First down, Pittsburgh from the 43. Roethlisberger trying to cash in, and that ball tipped away. Nice play by Will Peterson. He was one-on-one with Hines Ward. Well, it's 2nd down and 10 for Roethlisberger and the Steelers. Fake the end around, go up middle, and Bettis for no gain. I was going to say about Roethlisberger, one of 17 quarterbacks drafted back in the spring. 10 of those 17 quarterbacks drafted have actually played this year. But only one other one, other than Roethlisberger, one other rookie quarterback has actually started a game and won a game. Greg Krenzel. Here you go, Krenzel. Not Chris Kringle, but Greg Krenzel of the Chicago Bears was 3-2 before he got injured. When you look at Roethlisberger, 11-0 versus the rest of the rookies in the league who have played and started 3-9. Trailing here, 14-10, 3rd down and 10. Comes back to the other side to Haynes. Shakes the first tackle that would have ended the series, but he's near the first down. He broke away from Brent Alexander, who had been flagged for that unnecessary roughness call that kept the drive alive. And it looks like the Steelers are about a yard shy of the first.
Brent Alexander, number 26. You said it, Jim, the ex-Steeler. This is the old shoot screen. In other words, everybody run right. When you throw it back, the defense goes, oh no, it's the other side. The Giants all over it. They just do not make the play.
Steelers are going to go for it. On 4th and less than a yard. Slider lined up as the fullback. Just Bettis behind him. Who better? They'll get 1 tough yard in the Bucs. They'll go with it. And Jerome Bettis will have the first. Jerome Bettis moving in on 10,000 yards as a Steeler. He needs 54 in the game. He's 16 yards shy of having 10,000 in his career in a Pittsburgh uniform.
Well, a couple things. Giants really playing enthusiastic football on both sides. The crowd is into it, being physical and making it tough on the Steelers.
7 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. Another first down for the Steelers. Bettis, left side, and he falls down to the 27, running behind Alan Faneca for a quick 5. Talked to Bettis last night when we were meeting with him and said there seems to be an extra bounce in your step this year. And then he got into this whole thing about last year. He had to wear a knee brace. He had a knee surgery leading into the 03 season was never really 100%.
Not 100%, wearing a knee brace. And just think about it. A running back wearing a knee brace, it's going to be cumbersome. It hurts the cutting. And like you said, he didn't feel as good as he should. So with all those, it's going to tell you your performance is going to go down.
Of course, this year the brace is off and the bus is back. The bus is back as we have 2nd and 5. And this time the sack will stand as Nick Bryson drops Roethlisberger for a loss of 8. Look how many times Roethlisberger's been sacked the last 5 games, 18 times. 3rd and long. He's got Randall open at the 10, and he bounces in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Terry Cousin and Barry Burns got beat on that play, and what a first half performance by Antoine Randall L. He has now thrown and caught a touchdown in this first half. And out there cheering him on is Plexico Burress.
The Giants, 3rd and long, actually come with the blitz, and they put a safety, Terry Cousin, on Antoine Randall L. That is a terrible matchup for the Giant defense, and the Steelers, they take advantage of it.
Well, the Giants defense, Phil, has allowed Randall L. to catch 3 passes, all 3 over 30 yards. The last one a touchdown.
Randall L. told us last night, you watch the Giants do some things on defense. I am going to go vertical up the field to the inside, and we should make some big plays. And, good coach, he was right.
You talked to the right guy. Here's Ponder up to the 29-yard line. The Giants got the fireworks started with the opening kickoff, run back for a touchdown. 17-14 Steelers, 5.5 to play, 2nd quarter. Manning and the Giants begin this series from their 29. Play action, pressure in on Manning, sidesteps the pressure, gets away from the sack and is out for about a 4-yard gain. For Aaron Smith brought him down. Joey Porter was threatening to drop him for a loss. Manning able to make 5 out of it.
Yeah, he does a good job in the pocket. I'm looking down the field. It's 2 receivers going deep. Joey Porter, he doesn't even give Eli Manning a chance to look down the field to find somebody open. And it wouldn't have mattered. Joey Porter, nice job getting the Steeler linebackers on the outside. They are excellent pass rushers, and Joey Porter showed it that time.
Down in 5. Bodies into the backfield, and in fact do drop Tiki for a 3-yard loss. Well, 3rd down and 8 on the way for the Giants. Let's see how they respond. That was a bit of a heartbreaking series for the Giants defense a moment ago. They got flagged for that roughness call that kept the Steelers drive alive. They also converted on a 4th down play and beat them for a touch on a 3rd down play. Into the ground, looking for Jim Finn. And pressure was coming in on Manning from Deshae Townsend and also James Ferrier.
Well, the Steelers were just doing everything to Eli Manning that time, and the Giants, I thought, terrific job. There's going to be a bunch of blitzers coming to us right. They get them all, they pick it up, they give him space, they give him time, and then the receiver is so wide open, Eli Manning being so careful that he throws it short.
Sails to Randall L at the 23, and he is smothered back at the 20. Inside of 4 minutes to play in the 2nd quarter, and Jerome Bettis barrels ahead to the 27.
You know, you did a promo for numbers, and you talked about it. Stats are so misleading in football. Last week, Ben Roethlisberger, I don't know the numbers exactly, 9 of 19, 2 interceptions for about 140 yards. And then when you really look at the game and you go over every single play, you come away with it and you go, wow, he really played well. And so the numbers, they lie so many times. One was a Hail Mary before the half. The other interception was a really good throw, just an outstanding defensive play.
Look at Bettis into the backfield, into the secondary, all the way out to the 50. And Jerome is over 10,000 yards
against this run game. Look at everybody. They attack the line of scrimmage. So once you get just a little opening, now there's nobody there for the next 10 yards until you get to the safety. Good run by Jerome Bettis.
First down for Pittsburgh, right at midfield. Haynes is coming into the backfield. Fake the handoff to him. Roethlisberger throws this one away. And there's a flag back in the secondary. A flag all the way back at the 27-yard line.
Oh, yeah, it is definitely holding on Will Peterson against Antoine Randall L.
Holding defense number 24, 5 yards, automatic first down.
You know, Randall L is off to one of these starts where, you know, there might be just one more thing that's going to make this day memorable for him. He's already thrown the touchdown, caught a touchdown. Could there be a return or even an end around? I mean, like David Patton did a few years ago for the Patriots. First guy in some 20 years since Walter Payton did the triple, running, throwing, and catching a touchdown.
Randall L has taken over the role that Hines Ward used to play in this team's offense. A little bit of everything.
There's Haynes and a gain of about 3. Well, he used Hines Ward. He told us that he's more or less like trying to follow his path. You know, they do also share the common bond of having been quarterbacks in college. Hines Ward for a time down at Georgia, and of course Randall L had incredible numbers as a quarterback at Indiana, both transitioning to wide receiver.
What did you say? You voted for him for the Heisman Trophy.
Well, he was a senior. He had 11,000 career yards as a quarterback, option quarterback, and 87 touchdowns. As you see, Hines Ward trying to get in the mix himself. Hugh Staley watching from the Steelers sideline. They're driving again at the 2-minute warning. Jim Nance, Phil Simms, Bonnie Bernstein here at Giant Stadium. Giants got that quick jump, but now the momentum definitely going with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, well, the Steelers got over the short week. The fact, the Giants are not very good. They woke up a little bit. They're moving the football. And the Giants, they got to summon up some courage or a good play call to make a play here to keep everybody excited about the football game. Even their own players, they need some reinforcement. They've lost many games in a row, and they've been manhandled, so they're going to constantly need some encouragement from their own play.
First down, it's back to Ward. 2 straight plays, and Hines hauls this one in down at the 12.
That was just, that's training camp drills. You do it like you show it, because Hines Ward runs the perfect route down the field. And he gets Will Allen off of him because he really sells it. Perfect catch on the sidelines. Then Roethlisberger makes the fake, sits right in rhythm, and makes a perfect throw to the outside. That's how you want your team to execute.
From the 12, first down, Pittsburgh. And it's Bettis rumbling all the way down to the 4. Boy, they're getting the rhythm going now with this offense. Do a block. An often overlooked fullback. Talking about fullbacks around the league. Watch 35 lead the way here, Phil.
Well, you talked about overlooked. Oh my gosh, it's just another block to the ground. He made about 6 of them last week against the Jets, and Jerome Bettis. Look, how many yards? 10,000 yards.
As a Steeler, yeah.
But he still gets excited about every single run when he gets a few yards. And that enthusiasm, it does carry over to his teammates, because he is probably the most liked Steeler on the team.
Second down and 2. Just inside the 5. Back to Bettis and brought down quickly for no gain. Emmons and Legree on the hit.
Well, the Giants, look, you're a little undermanned when it comes to stopping the run. Defensive linemen are hurt, so they're really taking some chances, charging the line of scrimmage. And as you do that, it puts a lot of pressure on Will Allen and Will Peterson outside. Maybe not here towards the goal line, but out in the middle of the field.
Bettis is going to second all time as a Steeler to Franklin. They can get the first down at the 2. It's 3rd and 2 from the 4. It's Bettis, and he will not get the first. Nick Bryson makes the play along with Umanura. And timeout called by Coughlin. Well, they brought out Jeff Reed to try a second field goal of the half, connecting from 33 yards in the first quarter. This one 22 yards. With Gardocki holding. And Schneck will snap it back. And this kick is good. kick touchdown.
I think that's why Tom Coughlin called the timeout. Very good timeout call by him, is the fact that he wanted one more return in case the Steelers kick the field goal.
And who knows if Eli can make a quick hookup here, perhaps they could bring Steve Christie out for a try for the Giants.
Even though it's not a windy day today in Giant Stadium, what little wind there is on the field will be behind the Giants. So if you get about a 15-yard completion, you could try a long field goal.
They run it with Barber. Barber bursting ahead down to the 42. The Giants, well, they stop the clock with 3 seconds to go. Pocket collapses.
Excellent job.
Manning throws it deep, and it's batted around incomplete. That's all you wanted to try anyway. Got to get one on the rebound. Second quarter, the Steelers outgained the Giants 142 yards to 49 and outscored them 10-0.
Anytime you try these big long passes before the half, the quarterback must move around to get some extra time. Good job by Eli Manning.
Let's go down to Barney.
Tom Coughlin, it was important for you to help Eli find a rhythm today. How much of a sense you feel he's a little bit more?
Well, we got into a rhythm a little bit, and he's obviously playing better. We know we have to stop the run. If we don't stop the run, you know, we're not going to have an opportunity to do anything offensively. So the last drive there, with aided by the penalty, that hurt. But you know, we're competing. We got a whole second half to go.
The Steelers certainly had a rhythm going in that second quarter. Roethlisberger almost throwing for 200 yards in that first half. Here's the run back by Oakley, and it's a good one. Out to the 36. 192 yards passing in that first half. And Lance Bettis backed up. Second down on 11. Pass play all the way. Giants coming in on him. Umenyiora takes him down for the sack. Young man again who grew up not even 5 minutes from Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama, and he has never been to an Auburn football game. Played at Troy State.
Well, this time it's all about the Giants secondary. They cover the receivers down the field. They do not come with any extra guys on the blitz. You be the quarterback. Who are you going to throw it to? Well, there's somebody if he stayed to the right side. Antoine Randall L. was open, but pressure in his face made Ben Roethlisberger move to his left when he got sacked.
You said the Giants defense must step up in this second half. 3rd and 14. Giving Roethlisberger all kinds of time. And now on the run, he is intercepted by Brent Alexander. Picks up the pass. The ex-Steeler puts the Giants inside the 40.
That's one time where Ben Roethlisberger moved down the pocket, and he just really, he thought he could get the football down the field, and it is vastly underthrown. He was moving so fast and so hard, trying to get it to Heinz Ward, and can't get it there. Lee Mays going deep. He's covered. It makes the quarterback move, and then the Giants come up with the big play.
Eli and the Giants come out at the 37. Off the takeaway. They had not had, the Giants, an interception in their last 6 games. Then they got 2 today. Bobbled snap, pitch back to Barber. And the Giants now will be set back to the 40, a 3-yard loss.
Eli Manning has trouble with the snap. Can't tell whose fault it is. But when the center, Sean O'Hara, was making a definite hard move to his right, when the center has a tough block in front of him, sometimes they don't snap the ball where it should be.
Luke Pettigrew is back in on that left side after sitting out much of the first half with back spasms. Came out at that final series, couple of snaps before the half. It's Finn. Finn on the screen pass down to the 27. Jim Finn with the catch and enough yardage for the first. That's the same play that fell incomplete in the first half. It's T.P. Barber driving inside the 20 for Polamalu. Pounds him.
Let him up.
Running behind Jim Finn.
Probably the biggest surprise of this game so far for me today is just the fact that the Giants are just lining up and they are winning the battle up front, giving Tiki Barber some opportunities to get past the line of scrimmage and pick up some yards.
Coughlin told us that he encouraged Eli this year to play the game at a faster pace to get a rhythm going. Are you noticing that today?
Oh, absolutely. Snap counts. The communication has been cut down at the line of scrimmage. They're keeping it simple and trying to make it fast.
2nd and 2. Manning has his target, first down. It's Ike Hilliard at the 11.
And Jim, what they've done, they actually, Eli Manning even told us this. They went back and put in plays that he was executing during training camp and having success with when it was kind of live. In other words, they were going against their defense against each other in practice every day. It was real. It was fast-paced, and he was having success competing for the starting job against Kurt Warner. So he wanted that kind of feeling again, and Tom Coughlin said, if that's what you want, we're going to give it to you.
First down for the Giants at the 12-yard line. Toss to Tiki and a flag thrown in as he advanced it near the 7.
I hear cheers in the crowd. I got to be careful because it could be Steeler fans.
Holding, 76 defense. Would not let the blocker get out in front of the play. 5 yards. Automatic first down.
Not in this case. So goal to go coming up. That's the first penalty of the game called on Pittsburgh.
Chris Hope, what happened is Sean O'Hara was trying to run out and lead the play, and once he saw it, he was playing right over the top of him. He grabbed him to keep him from going, and that's illegal. But it's interesting. Eli Manning told Tom Coughlin what he wanted, and Tom Coughlin has encouraged him to be more verbal. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you don't like. And, I just got this for Eli. You're the quarterback. When you talk, they will listen.
More expressive is what we were told. First and goal at the 4, and Barber is met head on. Right at the line of scrimmage. Holding the first to get to him. No gain.
Everything the Giants want is right here in this drive, the start of the 3rd quarter. Just hang in there when you're a heavy underdog. Tom Coughlin, he knows he's a heavy underdog, but you always think you can pull it out. But when you make the game, when it gets later, the other team, self-doubt can even creep into the Steelers' mind, and it keeps building your confidence. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
Ron Dane is the running back on 2nd and goal. Polamalu comes in on the quarterback, gets it away. Shockey driving, and backed up. Will give him forward progress to the 1. Willie Williams and others. Look at this man go without a helmet.
A lot of Giant fans, they get frustrated because they want to see more of that from Jeremy Shockey. And I got to tell you what, that was a good play. Tough catch, he gets it, and if the Steelers defense is not fast and reacting to help out, he's going to drag the guy into the end zone. Manning under pressure. Polamalu unblocked. Oh, he's going in for the touchdown. Willie Williams, no match. Jeremy Shockey on the tough catch, the throw from Eli Manning, and the effort by Jeremy Shockey. The emotion that he is showing, that's what you need from players like him. Look at that spike, look at all that hair. You need somebody to stir the pot. That's what he can do. That's why you got to get the football to him.
3rd and goal, and this is a bust right away as they bounce right into Tiki Barber. They have collided with Jim Finn, and they lose a couple.
The Giants go on a quick count. Oh, boy, and the Steelers just leave Tiki Barber in the backfield. I thought for sure, even if they didn't make it, they would go for it on 4th down. But now you don't even have a choice. You got to kick the field goal.
Yeah, they set back a couple of yards, so Steve Christie will try the field goal. 21 yards, that's all, and the kick is good. We are back in East Rutherford. Shockey's big effort to get the ball down as close as possible. Trying to force it across. Got it inside the 1. Third down play. Backfired, and they settle for the field goal as the Steelers return it to the 31 with Ike Taylor. So off the interception. It leads to 3. From the 31, leading by 3. Fake to the bus. Roethlisberger looking for somewhere to run. Takes it away to Hines Ward for a short pickup. Ed Robbins was in the face of the quarterback. And let's go down to Bonnie Bernstein.
Jim, last night in what potentially could be a little bit of foreshadowing, Bill Cowher was talking to us about the close games the Steelers have been playing. He said, you know, we've been really playing close to the edge, but if we're not careful, we might slip. And he talked to his team at halftime about being resilient. He said, you control your destiny. Do not lose your poise. That turnover on the first series back wasn't what he was talking about.
To Bettis, and we'll face 3rd and short coming up.
Here's what is different, Jim, about this game for the Steelers today. They're not just, as Bill Cowher would say, imposing their will on the Giants. They're not beating them up physically with his defense. The running game, even though Bettis has some yards and some good runs, it's just not overpowering and where they can just do exactly what they want. So this is going to be a different scenario for them to win.
He told his team if there was ever a trap game, this is it. This is not about the Giants. It's about us. This is a character game. 3rd down and 3 from the 38.
Giants want to know what they think about that now.
And Roethlisberger flings it quickly for the first down to Randall L. for 5 yards and the first.
Yeah, it's Starry Company. You know what? The first thing that comes to mind?
Bettis for 10 yards. What is that?
Bettis comes there.
That's one thing.
The big man can rumble. Patience by ownership. Bill Cowher's gotten a chance to do that even through some tough years, but Jerome Bettis, so big, strong. Marvell Smith with a good block. Jeremy Tooman on the outside with a good block. Then you put that together with a big, hard guy to bring down at running back. You get some good yards.
On the Giants' 46-yard line, first down. To the bus, spins away from one tackle, double spin move, and another first down.
Well, I'll tell you, Jerome Bettis, I've heard this. Big body, small feet. And this is really evident this time. He's so big, you think, well, he can't be as graceful and as quick. Look at those 2 spin moves. Excellent job. Boy, and he's so hard to tackle anyway, you can't put your arms around him because he's so thick. Tom Coughlin said, you want to bring the big guy down, you better hit him around the ankles.
Tomorrow he brings his spin moves to the NFL today. He's going into the studio. And Haynes up the middle for big yardage down to the 17-yard line. Ron Haynes picks up 18.
Just a good scheme by the Pittsburgh Steelers. They fake the reverse to Hines Ward. That helps just open up the hole more for Haynes and the Steelers. It's not just Deuce Staley and Jerome Bettis. Haynes is a good runner. They got Willie Parker who comes in sometimes. They got speed and power too.
Steelers with a 300-yard total offense over double the Giants total. They picked up first downs for each of their last 4 plays. The pocket was almost picked by Will Allen. Ooh, looking for Hines Ward, and Allen stepped in front of him.
We were watching practice on Thursday, and the Giant corners, even in practice, were picking passes off right and left. And Roethlisberger, you can tell, doesn't get all of it. The ball's wobbly, it hangs in the air, but some of the players were laughing when Will Allen and Will Peterson intercept the ball. They go, finally, you caught one. So they get themselves in position a lot. They just don't finish it off with the catch.
That one should have been caught. 2nd down and 10 by Allen, that is. And this ball almost intercepted as well. And a flag thrown as it hit Marvell Smith in the back of the head. It's going to be the same penalty against the Steelers we saw against the Giants in the first half. It hit an ineligible receiver, maybe? Is that what you think?
Yeah, it did. And I'm just not crazy about the gloves either. I just think he's not quite had the control on the football that I'm used to seeing from Ben Roethlisberger. It's, believe me, this is a miracle day in the Meadowlands to have weather like this in December.
Illegal touching of a pass on the offense by a lineman. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
But those gloves might come in handy when the weather gets worse, but the throw absolutely hits him in the helmet, but it's so much lower than I know Ben Roethlisberger meant it to be. You do lose a little touch on the football. I don't care how good those gloves are when you wear them.
Willie Parker is the running back flanking Roethlisberger out of the shotgun on 3rd down and 10. Haynes steps back. Roethlisberger, and that is incomplete, looking for Hines Ward. Good coverage provided back there by the Giants' Will Peterson.
Well, they've given up a couple plays, but overall, because the Giants, man, they are putting the pressure on Will Allen and Will Peterson. Nobody in the middle of the field. You got him all over. Plexico Burris, yeah, it's a interference he's yelling for. You know what? No, it's not. Excellent defensive coverage.
36-yard try coming up for Jeff Reed. 2 for 2 on the day. 2 short ones. This one right down the center. 23-17 Steelers, scored on 5 of their last 6 possessions. An oddity, they've won the last 4 weeks without scoring 20 points in any one of those games. First team since the 92 Colts to win 4 straight without ever reaching 20. Over that mark today, and they hold on to a rather tight 6-point lead. So the Giants begin at the 28. Manning looks away, and a flag is thrown. That was not a sack because he actually picked up a yard. Chris Hope finally grabbed him by the ankles, but a flag back in the area of offensive holding.
Well, Bill Cowher guessed right. They are looking to get the ball to Jeremy Shockey up the field, but the Steelers, they're going to double cover him and try to make him throw somewhere else.
Tripping, number 62 offense, 10 yards, repeat 1st down.
That one called on Wayne Lucier, who is filling in at right guard for Chris Snee. They have not sacked Manning to this point today.
Yeah, I think the Giants, hey, I was like, can the Giants pick up the blitzes, everything that the Steelers do? But overall, outstanding job of pass protection by the Giants offensive line today.
First down and 20, backed up to the 18. And Tiki never had a chance. Chris Hope closed it down, and Joey Porter finished it off. 3-yard loss.
Yeah, Chris Hope, he is playing nose tackle over the center. Joey Porter coming from the outside. He finishes up what Chris Hope started. He's filling in for Casey Hampton, an all-pro nose tackle in the middle. Just gets such quick penetration. Anytime a defensive lineman gets in the backfield, it ruins all the blocking schemes, all the good thoughts, and it leads to a negative play.
2nd down and 23. Giants are backing up, looking for a big play long for David Tyree, who is open, and they make the big strike all the way to the Pittsburgh 35.
That's what the Giants were hoping to get when they inserted Eli Manning into this offense when they had a 5-4 record. Nice job by Eli Manning. He takes his time. He waits and waits. Nobody is in the middle of the field, so he throws it out. And not only does he throw it out there, he throws it far enough across the field where David Tyree can run to it and make the catch.
Beautiful hookup, 49 yards. Manning to Tyree. Deshae Townsend was on the coverage. Empty backfield for the Giants on 1st down. Across the middle again, it's Barber. Another first to the 20.
Boy, good timing for the 5 wide receiver set. It's the exact same play they started out with the first time they did it. Tiki Barber coming underneath. The Steelers trying something different every time they see a 5 wide receivers by the Giants, and they do not have an answer. 2 completions by Eli Manning, and then the 15-yard scramble when the one time he didn't throw it.
He's picked up 65 yards on the last 2 plays. Toomer at the bottom of the screen. And it is Tiki Barber for only about a yard, and there's a flag thrown in at the end of this. I mentioned Toomer lined up at the bottom. Toomer, the all-time receiver in Giant history, has not caught a pass.
Tripping, 91 defense, 10 yards, Automatic first down.
Manning taking his time now, throws. He's got Shockey at the 5, and he's down at the 1-yard line. Almost able to slither his way to pay dirt, but he is just inside the 1.
Yeah, just a good job by everybody. Protection up front. And what's happened, the Steelers, they blitz, they can't get to Eli Manning, so they drop back in coverage, and the Giants are doing a good job of sending everybody deep, a receiver underneath. This time it's Jeremy Shockey, and he gets close to the goal line.
They'll line up with Finn the fullback, Barber the tailback on 2nd down and goal. Play action fake. Across the middle, and it's touchdown for South Rivers.
That's to Rivers.
Second touchdown pass of the day for Eli Manning. What a drive by Manning as they had a couple of plays and penalty that backed him up inside the 20. Responds with the long ball to Tyree. Drives him down, throws a touchdown, and now the extra point for the lead.
They learned. Good play call. Got him a touchdown.
Final 30 seconds of the 3rd quarter. Oakley on the return to the 30-yard line.
Well, if you're the quarterback, you drop back. Watch Eli Manning. Going to look to his left. Nope, he's covered. Slide to your left. Look over the middle. That's where your second receiver's coming from. Rivers uncovered in the back of the end zone. And Eli Manning struggled so much the first 5 games. Look at the numbers. Today, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Passer rating 137.5. That's quite an increase because last week his passer rating was 0.
30, Roethlisberger and the Steelers down 1. Big Ben steps up, has an open man. It's Ward at the 50, 40, and out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That's a 40-yard play.
Down the field has been open for the Steelers today. Hines Ward just going to go across the field. This is a play-action pass that every team in the NFL puts in the first day of training camp. The Giants, enamored with the run, they let the wide receiver go down the field uncovered.
As we start the 4th quarter, Pittsburgh trailing 24-23, a game that has suddenly taken on great interest up the road in Foxborough, where the Patriots, would they love to see the Giants come up with a big 4th quarter. Hold on here would be the case. Bettis, first play of the final quarter, goes for about 3 before Brent Alexander trips him up. 2nd down, 7. And it's Bettis again, grabbed by the ankles by Legree. Bettis again coming up 3rd and 6, and Roethlisberger already has a career high today, 242 yards. When past his old high with that 40-yard hookup with Hines Ward, who's over 100 on his own today.
Well, this is going to be, if they can get out of here today, a great learning experience for the Steelers football team. For Ben Roethlisberger, he's made a few big mistakes, but he's also made some big plays to keep them in this game.
From the Giants 26, 3rd down, 3rd and 6, and a pass snagged out of the air by Haynes. Good grab, and a first down near the 15. They've got Deron Haynes. Let's not overlook his value. He had missed a couple of games with an injury, and now he's back, and a very capable player who scored the Steelers' first touchdown of the day.
Well, a lack of a pass rush allowed the Steelers to keep that drive going. Everybody covered initially. Roethlisberger able to wait, makes a pump fake down the field, moves around, and still has time to find the running back open down the field for the first down.
Caught at the 16, Bettis. And a couple of tack warriors from behind, including Fred Robbins, first to touch him. Red zone today, efficiency-wise, only 25%. What the coaches go back and break down. 1 out of 4 going for a touchdown. That's not something they want to boast about.
Well, really, that's what the Giants defense has going for it. They give, and then somebody make a play to ruin a drive. And they've been fortunate. They've been making those plays as the Steelers are driving inside the 20.
Second down and 8, and down to the 10 goes Battis. So 3rd and 4 on the way. Let's see what Ken Wisenhunt comes up with, the first-year offensive coordinator who used to play some of his career. There he is.
There he is.
As an H-back or tight end here for the New York Jets about 10 years ago. The Wiz kid. He has been something special, replacing Mike Mularkey, who left his offensive coordinator position to go on and head coach the Buffalo Bills.
Look, he's got plays for situations like this. When you're a running football team, you're going to be in a lot of 3rd, 4, 5, and 6-yard situations, so you feel comfortable trying to pick them up.
Go from the shotgun, 3rd down and 4. Roethlisberger looks across the middle, now flings it and batted down, almost picked. What a play by Will Peterson. Oh, that looked like for a minute it might be open.
Well, Roethlisberger could have picked it up. If he'd have just kept running, he was going to pick up the 1st down. The other wide receiver they were trying to cross, the Giants, in man-to-man coverage, trying to get them to run into each other, does not happen. Good play for the Giants defense.
As Peterson knocks it down, intended for Randall L. 28-yarder this time for Jeff Reed, who now has 4 on the day, and our 3rd.
Hard to win in this league.
Ball in the 2nd bounce, scooped up by Ponder. Tries the middle, now sees some room left side. What a game this kid has had. Out to the 48-yard line.
Catching the Steelers defense by surprise with some of the passes, some of the formations, and Eli Manning is taking advantage of it.
Toomer to the right, Hilliard to the left. 1st down, Giants. Fake, frees the defense for a second, and thus are able to, for a moment, Hilliard was open to pass a little bit wide of the mark. 2nd down and 10. It's good showing blitz. They go in the toss to Barber, and Foot rides him down at the 50. Willie Williams also makes a play. 3rd and 8 on the way.
And one of the reasons Dick LeBeau has brought this Steelers defense back to life this year, they blitz, and they just do it for multiple reasons. To confuse your blocking if you're throwing the football, and to confuse your blocking if you're trying to run it. They just try to outnumber you, so they stay aggressive no matter what the situations are.
David Tyree has joined the lineup for the Giants. And was passing down at the 50. 3rd and 8.
Eli Manning trying to tell them where to go if they blitz.
He sees him coming from that right side, the left side, if you will. And Manning flings it. What a pass. All kinds of zip down to Toomer. Toomer's 1st catch of the day. Good for the 1st at the 32-yard line.
Boy, I'll tell you what, there was some serious movement. Eli Manning, even though they tried to fix it, they don't get it. You'll see there's going to come a blitzer free, and they're going to hit Eli Manning as he throws it, but he doesn't get there fast enough. Manning sees the blitz, throws it to the right. Nice throw to Amani Toomer.
Boy, he got out of the way before Russell Stuvance was about to pile drive him into the turf here at Giant Stadium. 1st down for New York. Then they come in on him, and the ball batted down.
The Giants in 5 wide receivers the last play. Be careful going back that again. That time the Steelers had defensive linemen dropping back. They were blitzing. They were all over the receiver.
Here comes Foot. He gets picked up. Pass thrown, caught. Toomer, 20-yard line. Still on his feet and down at the 16. Chris Hope finally finished him off. Tiki Barber has to get a lot of credit for the success of this play, as Larry Foote was about to get to Eli. Watch Tiki Barber.
Number 50 gets there. Tiki Barber, veteran running back, makes the block. Again, you saw Troy Polamalu comes right underneath. Amani Toomer misses the football, and Amani Toomer gets up the field and gets some extra yards.
So Toomer with 2 big catches on this series. Shockey and Rivers are both in the game. They spread out everybody wide. Throw it over to Hilliard. Hilliard inside the 10. Will this be a wide receiver touchdown? Not quite, but still the Giants are only a yard away from regaining the lead. Almost the first touchdown of the season by a Giant receiver, starting receiver.
You remember they threw that play early in the first half, and I said, wow, it doesn't look good. Well, they cleaned it up. They come back to it, and it works well. Oh, it looked like a touchdown, but Polamalu just makes such a good hit down the field. Kept the wide receiver from getting in the end zone.
So they have first and goal to go with 8 minutes and change. Over to Barber. Looking for the edge outside. He has it. Touchdown, New York Giants. Because a Pittsburgh touchdown, if they fail here, 33-30. Now you could have won it with a field goal of your own. Let's see what happens first. Coaches often like to go when the numbers on 5, but they go for it at 4. Pressure on Manning, and they are denied. It's Larry Foote dropping them. Giants lead fourth quarter. Phil, what about going for the 2?
I would not have done it, Jim. The Giants are doing it. They're thinking, well, we can hold the Steelers to 2 field goals. It would be a tie.
Taylor. The Steelers are down by 4 with 8 minutes, 10 seconds remaining at Giants Stadium. Having won 11 straight. Giants having dropped 6 in a row. Roethlisberger's pass pulled down by Hines Ward. Will Allen looked like he had him well covered, but Ward able to climb up and pluck it out of the air.
You know, Jim, I want to go back to the 2-point conversion. You know, you can debate this either way. Tom Coughlin wants to get to 32-26, so there'll be a tie game in case the Steelers, who probably have 2 possessions left, kick 2 field goals. But now what happens, though, the Steelers they want to score a touchdown. If they do, then you score a touchdown, and all you do is tie instead of winning the game with a field goal.
Roethlisberger on 2nd and 1 over the Bettis, and he's pushed up and has enough for the first down. What a doubleheader day we have. Jacksonville key game for the Jags and for the Packers. Over the go to Hines Ward. And look at Ward, able to break off the ankle tackle of Will Allen, and he gains 11 yards.
Well, Hines Ward, you've heard it so many times when you watch the Pittsburgh Steelers on TV, how tough he is. It's still probably, well, there's no doubt, one of the best blocking wide receivers in the National Football League, and he can fight for some extra yards and break tackles. Man, he's limping a little, too.
He's got 129 hard-fought yards, 499 catches on his career after that one. And now look long. Launching it long for Randall L., who makes the catch. His 3rd big one of the day. I don't know, was he ever touched? They rolled him down at the 9, just for good measure. Randall L. jumped to his feet, took it to the end zone. Will Peterson and Terry Cousin were both down there, but it was Randall L. who comes down with it.
Hines Ward, Jim, caught this pass earlier. Randall L. went there. This time he's going to change up, and he goes to the outside, catches the Giants defense off guard. The football is absolutely underthrown, but when it's underthrown, I think always the advantage goes to the wide receiver.
First and goal for the Steelers. Down to the 4-yard line. And I had some question there about was he ever touched after he made the catch, Randall L.
Well, you know, I don't know if it mattered, too. He is touched on the ground, and you could also rule the fact that he went up, saw the Giants defensive back Cousin, had his hands on him. They could be ruled that was enough to bring him down, too.
Eli Manning sizing it up, knowing he's going to have to come right back and drive them again because Roethlisberger and the Steelers taking little time with this one.
Steelers have scored, kicked 4 field goals today. They have not been very good down inside.
It's Bettis near the goal line, but they'll say down inside the 1. 3rd and goal coming up. To bring in an extra lineman, Max Starks, runs onto the field.
Yeah, he'll come in as a tight end, reported to Jerry Austin. That makes him eligible. And I would think on the half-yard line, the Steelers, unless they lose 3 or 4 yards, they're going to give it 2 running attempts to score a touchdown.
Is there any doubt? The bus, so many times from here. 3rd and goal. They go to him, and he's in once again. Touchdown, Steelers.
That was a really, really well-designed and good play call by Ken Wisenhunt. Everything looked like it was going left. The Steelers change up, and they counter it by handing it back to the right side, and Jerome Bettis, and he walks into the end zone easily.
Just as we move inside, 5 minutes to go, and this is precisely why you won the second best, that 2-point try for the Giants after the PAT. Now you go down, instead of winning the game with a field goal, you could only tie it. Well, let's see what they can do as Reed makes it emphatic. Watch out for Willie Condon. Around at the 7-yard line. Once down a field goal. Just inside 5 minutes. From the 10-yard line, Condon gets past the first wave yet again, and then driven back by Russell Stuvance at the 36.
Well, let's take a look at the Steelers touchdown. They got an extra blocker to the left. They send Dan Kreider to the left, and they act like they're going to run it this side, and then Ben Roethlisberger turns the other way, and look at that gaping hole for Jerome Bettis. What's he do with the football after he scores the touchdown? Gets it to the Giant man. I'm not sure, but made some young man very happy.
Spreading goodwill. Buss in his 12th year. Now the Giants come out at the 36. Take the screen left, go right. Tiki Barber. Second down, pass, way in time, back to Barber, and third and about 4. Well, third, maybe even less than that. We'll call 3rd and 2 with the forward progress. 3rd and 2 for the Giants.
Well, the Steelers getting ready for this. Kimo von Ohoffen, number 67, only came from the other side, dropping back in pass coverage. I told you, they're changing up with the Giants for 5 wide receivers. Made the throw awfully tough for Eli Manning that time.
3.5 minutes remaining. Eli will step back into the shotgun.
Redirecting the offensive line, told them, go left. That's where the trouble is.
One-on-one coverage down the field. Toomer. The ball is picked off. No flag. It's Willie Williams with the interception. And Toomer is going to make a strong appeal here that he was tripped up and interfered with. So is Coughlin.
As long as the defensive back is looking for the football and making a play on the football, which it looks like he was, when your feet do get tangled up, it is not a penalty. Let's see if that's what happens. Willie Williams against Amani Toomer, a little change-up. He's looking for the football. They get their feet tangled. There was some bumping going on.
Like a little nudge.
And it's, boy, what a catch by Willie Williams. Tom Coughlin, you know what his feelings are going to be.
Yeah, he would have been set up already with first down and field goal range. Challenge flag thrown onto the field by the Giants.
This is big. He wants to say maybe the ball could have been incomplete. He can challenge the catch.
The Giants are challenging the spot of the dead ball that the interceptor was down by contact. The play will be reviewed.
There is contact. when the runner, or when the interceptor, Willie Williams, is on the ground. That's Amani Toomer. You know, you've watched this game today. The Steelers do put a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
The player that intercepts the ball falls over an opposing player at the 18-yard line, so he's down by contact at the 18. Pittsburgh's ball at the 18.
Bettis into a whole slew of Giant defenders, and they call the quick timeout. 3:13 remaining, 1 left. 2nd down and 6. About 3 after Bettis dives out to the 25. Giant fans look forward to one big moment, and no timeouts remaining for New York. 3rd down and 3 to the Steelers, who will operate from the shotgun. And it's come in, the Times Ward for the 1st down. To the 30-yard line. His 500th catch.
They're so good at this. I said it earlier. It's just, you got to know when you're going to run the football, they got lots of ways to pick up these crucial 3rd and medium yard 3rd down situations. What do? They bring Hines Ward across the formation. It makes it tough for a defender to get up close and cover him tight to the line of scrimmage. You're only looking for a couple of yards. Hines Ward makes a very nice catch, reaching back and getting a big 1st down.
Again, the Steelers, it's conceivable the Giants could still get the football back. They'll have to run only 1 play to the 2-minute warning. And it's Bettis for 3. Give him a couple there, and we'll bring it down to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 8 coming out of it. 34 handles today by Bettis. Most in 6 years. That's Bettis. 1st down would close it out, but they'll run the clock down now. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 1 minute and 14 seconds before they have to snap it again on 3rd and 4.
And Jim, on the other side, just for the Steelers, it's, again, I really believe they're beat up. A lot of players out through injury. They're tired, all that stuff. This extra day now, they're going to get like 2 extra days of rest. And Bill Cowher, he said it last night, we need it. And they maybe, depending on how it finishes out, maybe they found another way to pull a football game out.
And the Giants get the ball back. They will not. That will close it out. Jerome Bettis, 7 yards and the 1st down, and the Steelers are going to make it 12 in a row. And remember, last 2 previous teams to win 12 straight in the body of a season went on to win the Super Bowl. Patriots a year ago, and Denver back in '98 had a win streak that went at least that long before they lost here to the Giants.